Hey everybody, how are you doing? It's a long time. I think it's been a month since I've been on live. Sorry about that. Life has been happening. Anybody else? Ugh. I'm just trying to set everything up here the way it should be. If you're here, say hello. Give me a wave in the comments. I can see the comments. Love to chat with you while we're crafting. I know I'm not very consistent, so no one's really expecting me to go live today. Um, y'all, I just can't figure out how to do it all. So, are anybody else in that same boat? How you can do it all? My mom has a lot of appointments, so it's hard for me to schedule these lives because I'm kind of a servant to the the medical community, and how I can schedule things with them. So if anybody has traveled that road, you know that the medical community is kind of hard to travel through sometimes. There's so many people and not enough caregivers. But anyway, I'm here today and I'm so glad. So please say hello. I'd love to chat with you. Before we get started, and while we're waiting on maybe some people to join us, if not, I hope you're watching the replay. And I think you'll like this project I'm going to make for you today. I wanted to mention that today, November 5th, 2024, Stampin' Up! Released some brand new online exclusives, of kind of a Valentine's Day suite. And I wanted to mention to, Stampin' Up! Diehard people and my customers that we have been told by Stampin' Up! That this is kind of the main Valentine's suite. So when our holiday or our spring mini comes out in January, there will be some Valentine things, but this is the main thing. So these are available for purchase now, and how great. We get extra time to make those Valentine projects. I am in love with the paper, and of course the heart dies. I think I'm going to really love. Hi, Crafting with Kim. How are you? And then this utterly adorable suite. This is so cute. The paper is adorable. I love the opposite sides of the paper as well. The dies, I'm sure, cut out some of these images on the paper. That is available starting today. And then look at all these stamp bundles. Stamp and die bundles. You can order the stamps and dies separate. When you order them as a bundle, though, you do save 10%. And then our color wheel is finally available for everybody in the world. So that's kind of fun if you like to have a little tool to help you plan your color schemes and your coordination that way. And I love this little kind of a cable knit type embossing folder. That is all available starting today, along with 2 beautiful new kits. You can see everything over on my website, leslie.stampinup.net. I'm going to scooch this down so you can see it a little better, maybe. Hit the Shop Now button, and I'm going to add my little picture here in the corner. And there's a direct link to all of our online exclusives. There are so many online products available now. So don't just limit yourself to our print catalogs. Kim is very excited about the otter. He is adorable. Okay. I also wanted to mention I have a card class coming up, an in-person card class coming up. If you are in the Kansas City metro area, I offer a morning class and an evening class. And these are the cards we're going to make. Christmas cards. Get a head start on your Christmas card making. We're going to make a shaker card. This cute, kind of elegant Christmas card. I love this one. I think this one's my favorite. And then this one, which I've gotten a lot of really nice comments on this one. So I was really happy. I thought it might need something, but I've gotten a lot of good comments on that. So you never know. And we're going to be using the bundle that I used for this card in today's project. But today's project, you do not need my products to make it. you can use whatever you have in your stash to make these cute little mini pockets. Now, I think I've showed you guys before how to make a, I stuck a little Earl Grey tea in there. I'm going to try and find a Christmassy tea, maybe in red, to stick in my pocket. I might be a little early for that. And here's that little ornament that I stuck on the bottom, the outside of the pocket. But this pocket has one pocket, and then for our tea or a gift card. I grabbed a gift card because I thought that it's a perfect size for a gift card as well, if you wanted to use it for gift card giving, or you can put the gift card in the front like that. If I put it in here, I would probably wrap a ribbon or a belly band around it with a little tab to pull it out, or cash. Cash would be good in here. However, I just put some little treats in here, and I made a little tag or a bookmark to stick in this pocket, and then I stuck the Hershey's candy bar in that pocket. So I'm going to show you how to make this. They're so easy. You just need a piece of 6x6 paper. So I am using the Take a Bow 6x6 Designer Series paper. I kind of like this paper in that you get 48 sheets, but you get 12 sheets of the same pattern, which I really like that because a lot of times you are limited. You only get maybe 4 sheets of the same pattern. I kind of like that you get 12 sheets. There's the brighter side. Love these patterns. But I kind of like that about this paper. So keep that in mind when you're making it. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So I've got a 6x6 inch piece of that paper. Hi, Kat. I know, it's been so long. If you missed me at the beginning, I just said my mom has a lot of appointments, and trying to be consistent and schedule appointments is just been making my brain explode. So I apologize for not being very consistent here. I know I was going to try and make it every Tuesday, but you know, you have to go with what doctors and hospitals and labs can do. So I'm going to figure it out eventually. Okay, so I've got this 6x6 inch piece of paper, and I'm going to score on one side 1 5/8, and that 5/8 mark is the little thing after a 1/2 inch. That's how I remember it. And I'm going to use my scoring blade right there. And then I'm going to just turn it around and do the same thing on the other side. I've kind of already done this, but I wanted to show you guys how I did it. So 1 5/8. So it's going to kind of fold in half like that. It's going to overlap just a tad. That's how we're going to glue it together. And then on one end, you want to do it at 1 7/8. So that's going to fold up like that. Okay. Now you can use tear and tape, but I would suggest a really strong adhesive because the pockets do have a lot of stress in them. And I've made a Christmas one, but the sky's the limit. You can do this for birthdays would be really fun. I am going to see something here before I screw this up. Okay, before I glue anything together, I knew I had one thing to do. We're going to pull back these top corners. I'm going to just use my fingernail there and line it up with this edge over here. We're making like a little collar. And then I'm going to do that on this other side. I'm trying to square it up as best I can, but I don't think you have to be perfect about it. You just want to have a little opening so you can see your little gifty that you're going to stick in there. Now, you could glue these down. I like to put dimensionals there and give it a little pop, but I'm going to do that after I've glued everything down. So it doesn't matter which side you glue down. They overlap just a tad, probably about 1/4 of an inch. And y'all, I bought me one of these little, now it's not going to work. Are you kidding me? They told me this would work. I might not have put the lid on correctly. Here we come. This is a very fine tip glue pen, and you can fill the bottle with our, you know, my favorite liquid adhesive is the white, everybody calls it the green glue, mono multi-purpose liquid glue. I'm going to spread that about because I got quite a bit on there trying to get that out of there. All right, so then you're going to glue these together. This is called a precision glue press, and I did break down and buy it. This is still my favorite. I'm testing this out because they say it will not plug, but it was a little plug. Did you see that? I used it yesterday, and it was a little plug today. But I like it because I can put my own glue in the empty bottle. My green glue is my favorite. All right, so I'm going to just stick a dimensional under these little flappies. Like I said, you could have glued them down, but I just kind of like them to be a little popped up. Now, we could glue this completely down flat, and then you just have this front pocket and this pocket. But if you just put your glue on the edges, which is what I'm going to do, you'll have 3 little pockets. I don't know if you, I did make a bigger version of this with a 12 by 12 inch piece of paper. I'm supposing as long as it's in a square, you could make it any size, really. I just saw this online that someone had made one that was miniature. I've given away all my big ones, so I don't have a sample to show you. But that is the basic pocket that you can create. And like I said, you don't have to use Christmas. It could be birthday. It could be thinking of you. It could be anything. I think it's a great way, like I showed earlier, to put a gift card in. You can either put it in any pocket. But then you can embellish it however you wish. So today I'm embellishing mine with the Hang and Ornament bundle. Here's a card that I made with that bundle. Thought that was cute. I think it needs a little something something, but I haven't figured it out yet what I'm going to do, but I just thought that was really pretty. I made a stencil with some window sheet. Here's the stencil I made. You probably can't see. I don't know if you can see. I just used the die and I cut it out of a piece of a window sheet, and I made my own little stencil. And then I just used my, let's see if I can pull one out here. Oops. My blending brushes, and did a bunch of ornaments randomly, and then added the little toppers, and then I heat embossed an ornament on top. But don't forget about using window sheets and your dies to make your own little stencils. But today we're going to just cut one out, and I went ahead and already did that. I cut it out of Real Red. I tied in my paper, and then I wanted to make it look a little dimensional. It looked a little flat to me. So I sponged the edges and it gave it just a little bit of dimension. So I'm going to take a sponge dauber and some Real Red ink and just sponge the edges. Whenever you do this, it adds a little dimension. It's kind of magic, really. It gives whatever you're sponging just a little bit of dimension. You can add as little or as much as you want. There you go. So I did that. And then I went ahead and cut a strip out of basic white. This bundle comes with these cute little dies that coordinate, and it has this skinny sentiment tag and then this bumpy sentiment tag. And I think the point is to, when you stamp these ornaments, you can put it right over top there. But I am just going to stamp the Just For You with some, I guess I used some Memento. Sorry for the earthquake. I forgot to pull out my little paper piercing mat. Some of my Memento I need to re-ink or replace. I think this one will be okay. Yeah. Okay, and then that one we could pop up, but I just glued it right over top of the ornament. Isn't that cute? And then I also use the ornament topper die, which looks like this. And hopefully it's still in here. Tiny. I cut it out of some silver foil. I might need my tweezers for this one. I got up this morning and paid some bills and did some things, and then I ran out and voted, and then I went out and took my mom to vote. Did anybody vote today? Our polling place was, it was busy, but I got in really quickly. I just walked in. It was hard to find a parking spot, but they had enough voting booths that I was able to get in pretty good. Okay, and then this I just popped up with some dimensionals as well. Anybody else vote today? You want to share with us your experience at the polling place? I had to take my mom to the library, her library, to vote, and that line was kind of long. I volunteered to stand in line for her, but it was moving so rapidly. She has a walker that she can sit down on, so she was good. She was good. So, and it was very efficient. So, yay for the poll workers. Okay, now I also made, I'll pull the candy out, this cute little tag, and to do that, I'm not even sure that this is current, but I love it, so I used it. It is the TaylorMade tags, and I'll list all the supplies I used when I get done here. I'll list them in the description. And I took a little scrap of that paper. Let's glue it on the bottom here, and then I'm going to die cut it out. So I think this, I'll also post all this info over on my blog, theplaidpoodle.com, with all the measurements and all the things over there. So I just glued that. I think this is a 2 by 4 inch piece of basic white, and then I just took a scrap, a 2 by 1 3/4 of the designer series paper to just put on the bottom. And then I used this, I think it was this one. Yep. This one, and let's use some tape. And put it up here because I want enough room for my little holly berries. And then I die cut that out. So let me do that real quick. We're almost done, y'all. This is so fun and so quick and easy. I'm going to attempt my little mini here. It never wants to cooperate when I'm on live. Kim says her husband and her voted early, but her daughter went in and voted today. It took about 15 minutes. The line was long, but she said it was moving well. She voted on her way to work this afternoon. Good job. Yeah, I think those poll workers keep things going. My husband voted. He was there when the doors were opening. We voted at a VFW hall close to us. Oh, y'all. Okay, here we go. Excuse the earthquake. Plus my paper's curling up. There we go. He got there as the doors were opening because he wanted to do it on his way to work this morning. So he was there at 6 o'clock, a little after 6. And he said there were 70 people in line, but he only stood in line for like 15 minutes. And then when he left, there were like 10 people in line. So I think a lot of people went early on their way to work, but they kept everything going. It was very organized. Okay, then I stamped, and I'm going to use Garden Green. I'll show you the stamps I used. I used this little holly leaf and the little circle. So the Garden Green, and what happened to my real red? Here it is. Oh, here we go. Like I said, whenever I'm using the photopolymer, I always like to use my little paper piercing mat. I think it just helps with the impression. And I think when I did the, oops, I don't want green berries. I had my, I just got my thing. Oh, here it is. This comes with our glass mat, which is an online exclusive as well. I can remove my grid paper later, but this comes with the glass mat. I love the chamois almost more than the glass mat. I just can't really use the glass mat when I'm live streaming because the glare. Okay, and then I'm going to add the leaves real quick. Oh, kind of putting my head in the camera. Here we go. It's a little off center, but I think it's cute. And then for my little All Is Merry, I did some heat embossing. I mean, this is all out, y'all. I'm going to show you another one I did here in a minute using a different little situation. I need a piece of scrap paper. I'll just use this. This will work. So I'm using some Versamark. And I'm going to put the All Is Merry greeting. Looks like somebody stamped with the ink on the the thing, doesn't it? All is good. I probably did that last night or yesterday. I don't know. I must have accidentally did that. I really should get my embossing buddy out here to get rid of the static, but we'll hope for the best. Now I would prefer to use a little scrap paper, but my little scrap bin just fell off the desk a minute ago. Little blowing. And then I'll pour that back in there before we have a mess on our hands. This is our white embossing powder. I think when you get our embossing powder, you get a white and a black, maybe a silver. It lasts forever. Okay, and then you'll need a heat tool when you're heat embossing to melt all that. This would be better if I had had my anti-static tool, but I think it's going to be okay. Good enough. Good enough is good enough. Okay, and then I just stuck that on there. I didn't put too much dimension on this because it's going to be filled with treats and things, and so I didn't want to add too much dimension. Okay, so this one can go in this little pocket. And then I just used some of our baker's twine, which comes in a 5-pack here of different colors. I used the white. And tied a little bow. And decide which side looks the best. And then I'm going to trim this. These are my ribbon cutting scissors. Do you all have a special pair of scissors for your ribbons and fabrics? My granddaughters who come over here, they love to craft in here in my craft room, and they know those scissors are off limits. They can use about everything else in here, but don't play with them scissors. Now you could use a little mini glue dot on these, but I just use some of that multi-purpose liquid glue. It takes a minute to dry, but it'll stay on there forever. I love it. Okay, that's it, guys. Oh, we need a little ribbon for our little tag. And this is old. This is retired, I'm sure, but it is garden green, so it's one of the colors in my tag. And I had some, so I just grabbed it. Kim says she ties ribbon on the handle, so she is for sure they are her ribbon cutting. I used to have a ribbon on here, but it got lost. I need to replace it. But these are the only black handled scissors I have. These are actually Stampin' Up. They used to carry these. I love them. And then when they stopped carrying them, I really wanted to order several pairs because they're awesome. But they were sold out before I got to it. So you snooze, you lose. I'm wondering, I bet if I went to like a fabric store, I could find maybe something very similar to them. Okay, there's my little ribbon. I'm going to trim that up a little bit again. Maybe if I just, ew, that's steep. For heaven's sake. Oh my gosh. It's going to be like a haircut, and it's going to be, you ever get, my mom gave my daughter her first bang trim, and I about killed her because it was one of those, they kept getting shorter and shorter. Okay, that's it. That's the little tag. That would be cute little to from tags. Even if you didn't make the pocket, those are cute little tags. Easy to make, really quick to make them. You wouldn't even have to do the heat embossing. You could just take another piece of coordinating DSP and put a strip, or a strip, just a plain old strip would be cute. Okay, so then you have, here, where's that gift card? You have this pocket back here that's perfect for the gift card. Actually, the gift card could fit in any of the pockets. I put a package of tea in this one, and then you have this pocket in between that you could stick something else in. I made the little tag, and then there's this other pocket in the front. I had the tag in the wrong pocket. That you could stick a little chocolate or something in. So cute. These would be very cute to for coworkers' desks, teacher gifts. Put a little gift card in there for teacher gifts. Really sweet. Kat says, yes, she's left-handed and have a special pair of left-handed material cutting scissors. I caught my sister using them for paper, and I almost had a heart attack. I would too. I would have a heart attack. Yes. Yes. Nobody plays with the fabric and ribbon cutting scissors. Those are off limits. That's funny. I'm sure everybody who has dealt with fabric or ribbon trim would agree with that. Okay, I will list all the supplies I used today, but I would love to know if you guys make one of these. They're really easy. You could take a 12 by 12 inch piece of paper and cut it into, and make 6, because you only need 6 by 6, or you could make a larger one using the 12 by 12. And I said I would show you our glass mat. There's so much glare. I love it. So you can see all my lights and things. But this is available to customers now, and it is on our online exclusive. You get the mat, and you also get this little thing, which is great to put your inks on. You can mix watercolor here in this little compartment, and these little guys are perfect for our... Where do I store my ink spots nowadays? Here's a box of ink spots. Your little ink spots. Isn't that cute? And then they're just secure in there. So it comes with that, and then like I said, it came with this. The mine is a mess, but it's ink, right? So what else? But I almost love the little chamois more than the glass mat, but it's almost worth the price of admission. So this used to be just a demonstrator availability, but now it is available on our online exclusive. I'll list the product number in the description along with the other products I use. So thanks so much for joining me. I know it was very last minute, and I've been what do they call it? MIA. I've been very MIA. I just cannot figure out how to coordinate all of the things, but I will. I will someday. Remember, if you're local to Kansas City, move this. Friday is the final day to sign up for my November class. And these are the cards we're making. Can you see them all? Probably need to we're making the shaker card. I can't get the sequin out out of front of my little penguin, but I'll work on him and get that out of there. But these are the cards we're making. So kind of a lot of different, a shaker card, so it's kind of an interaction card. Very elegant card. We're doing some dry embossing with embossing folders. This is my favorite, I think. It's just kind of serene and pretty, and I love it. And then this is one made using the bundle we used today on our little project. So somebody has a bunch of different scissors. Kim has, she wished that the Stampin' Up! Would bring the big ones back. She loved the old rubber cutting ones. I still have mine, but I have a ton of different scissors, mostly color coded for my purposes, but the black Stampin' Up! Snip. Yeah, these are our snips, which I have had these for years and never had to sharpen them. And I use them for classes. I probably should have them sharpened just because they get a lot of use. Oh, Kim's going to go change her comment because of spell check. I love spell check, right? Okay, thank you so much, ladies, for joining me. I will try and be live next week, but I'm not going to promise, and I'm not going to tell you a certain day or time because I know my mom has a couple appointments next week. So I hate to commit and then not follow through. But I appreciate you, and have a blessed day. We'll talk soon.